Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hello. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande, Jai Vishnupada, Mahamsa, Parivacharya, Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki Jai, Śrīmad Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Vishnupada, Paramahamsa, Parivacharya, Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Goswami Śrīmad Prabhupada ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gaurangal, glories to Prabhupada. Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 10, Text 51. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tretayam Vartamanayam Tretayam Vartamanayam Kala Krito Samo Bhavat Kala Krita Samo Bhavat Rama Rajani Dharmagye Rama Rajani Dharmagye Sarva Bhuta Shukavahe Sarva Bhuta Shukavahe Tretayam Vartamanayam Kalaha Krita Samo Bhavat Rame Rajani Dharmagye Sarva Bhuta Shukavahe. Vartama Kala Krita Samo Bhavat Rame Rajani Dharmagye Sarva Bhuta Shukavahe. Tretayam Vartamanayam Kala Krita Samo Bhavat Rame Rajani Dharmagye Sarva Bhuta Shukavahe. Tretayam Vartamanayam Kala Krita Samo Bhavat Rame Rajani Dharmagye Sarva Bhuta Shukavahe. Tretayam, in the Treta Yuga. Vartamanayam, although situated in the period. Kalaha, the period. Krita, with Satya Yuga. Samaha, equal. Abhavat, it so became. Rame, because of Lord Ramachandra's being present. Rajani, as the ruling king. Dharmagya, because he was fully religious. Sarvabhuta, all living being entities. Shukavahe, giving full happiness. Translation, purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Ramachandra became king during Treta Yuga, but because of his good government, the age was like Satya Yuga. Everyone was religious and completely happy. Purport. Among the four yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta, Dwapar and Kali, the Kali Yuga is the worst. But if the process of Varnashram Dharma is introduced, even in this age, Kali, the situation of Satya Yuga can be invoked. The Hare Krishna movement, or Krishna consciousness movement, is meant for this purpose. Kale dosa nide rajan, asti heko mahan guna, kirtana deva krishnasya, mukta sangha param brajet. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. That's from the Bhagavatam 12.3.51. If people take to this Sankirtan movement of chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, they will certainly be free from the contamination of Kali Yuga. And the people of this age will be happy as people were in Satya Yuga, the golden age. Anyone, anywhere can easily take to this Hare Krishna movement. One need only chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, observe the rules and regulations, and stay free from the contamination of sinful life. Even if one is sinful and cannot give up sinful life immediately, if he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with devotion and faith, he will certainly be free from all sinful activities, and his life will be successful. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. This is the blessing of Lord Ramachandra, who has appeared in this age of Kali as Lord Gaurasundara. So this is the essence of our Krishna consciousness. The essence of Krishna consciousness is to evoke and develop our love for chanting Hare Krishna. That's all. Everything else will be followed by that. And Prabhupada is very much emphasizing in this purport that we must chant Hare Krishna nicely. The goal of us, how we can perfect ourselves in chanting Hare Krishna. That's called the Namavyas, practicing how to chant Hare Krishna. And this is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago. The process of Hare Krishna movement is nothing new. It's the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's why Srila Prabhupada, he took this process, the process of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he gave us 500 years ago, even before. That's why he chant Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Here the description of Lord Ram is mentioned. Lord Ram is mentioned in the mantra. Rama means Lord Ram. And also one who pleases the Hare Krishna. Krishna means all attractive, the Supreme Lord. And Ram also in the same mantra, one who pleases, brings happiness. We're looking for happiness. And you can find that happiness in chanting Hare Krishna. People may say, oh, it's that easy, chanting Hare Krishna. And you can, yes. That's why God himself appeared, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaurasundara, it says here. Because to be happy is very simple. We make it complicated. All you have to do, sing and dance, just like we just did. It doesn't cost anything. Prabhupada used to say, even a dog can chant Hare Krishna. But we make it very complicated. We don't want to chant Hare Krishna. That's why it's mentioned by Bhaktivedanta Thakur that we have to do it in the Sangha, association of devotees. When you chant Hare Krishna, perform Sankirtan Yajna in association of devotees, then it's more powerful because we are doing it together with others. Their blessing is unto us. Ekakiyamai nahi paibol. That's why Bhaktivedanta Thakur said it's difficult to do on our own, but when we do it together, then it's much easier. So this is thousands of years ago. The Satya Yuga, another Yuga, and Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga. We are living in Kali Yuga, and it's mentioned in this purport. Bhagavatam, another verse in the Bhagavatam, Prabhupada quotes it in this purport. Kale dosa nide rajan. In this age, everyone is full of fault. Dosa. But the thing is, we cannot say you are at fault. You are at fault. We have to purify ourselves. Don't go around, you are at fault, you are this, you are that. And we know, Bhagavatam is saying, Kale dosa is full of fault. But it says, Eka hastin man guna. But there's this one great quality in this verse. It says, Eka hastin man guna. The great quality is that we can simply chant Hare Krishna. Simple process. Kirtana deva Krishnasya. The chanting of Hare Krishna. We can make this age at Satya Yuga, like it was Satya Yuga, in Kali Yuga. It is up to us. You can, just like when you live in a home, you can make your home like a pig house, dirty, don't fold your clothes, moochy, you don't clean your dishes, they're everywhere. You can live like an animal. Might as well live in the forest, where you don't have much. Or you can leave your place very clean, like a temple, very peaceful, very santi. You can introduce Krishna consciousness home, offer food to Krishna, keep your home a temple. Mandir. Devotee's home is none other than a temple because they perform Sankirtan, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna conscious program at your home. So your home is transformed into spiritual world. That is up to us. If we want to make this world a Krishna conscious place, if we want to do that, it's up to us. Like the bear, they sleep 6 months a year. You know that? They sleep 6 months a year. What a waste. And once they get up, they eat and eat 6 months. That's not the purpose of life. The purpose of life is to become purified. Make this Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga, Prabhupada mentioned here. We can transform this Kali Yuga into Satya Yuga. In fact, Prabhupada said that the third world is coming, but it's being pushed back because of Sankirtan Yajna. The amount of Harinam we do, amount of chanting Hare Krishna, of all the deity worship, of our Krishna consciousness program, the karma is being pushed back. See, so much sinful activity is going on in this age. That's why it's Kali Yuga. Slaughterhouses, killing millions of cows. When Krishna was here, Krishna killed Dhanukasura, a bull. And the gopis said you have to atone for that because he killed a bull, a cow. You have to take bath in all the holy rivers. If we have to take bath in all holy rivers, that'd be impossible in one day. It's all over, it's very far away. Krishna, he bought Ganga, Manasa Ganga, in Vrindavan. He just took bath there. It's still there. Even God, he had to atone. The gopis told him he had to atone for killing the bull. And he was a demon. Nonetheless, And now, in Kali Yuga, slaughterhouses based on economy, killing millions of cows every day. They make business out of it. Illicit sex, rampant. There are countries, you go there, there's prostitution everywhere, openly. Intoxication, big business, alcohol. 4 regular principles, Prabhupada says here, it's simple. You have to just follow the 4 principles. Regulated life. And chant Hare Krishna. That's simple. All you have to do is give up. Not that we don't have to replace that. We are giving you with Krishna consciousness, the highest pleasure we can find in chanting Hare Krishna. If there's nothing, then okay, you take to intoxication. If there's nothing to eat, there's no fruit, vegetable. You're living in place, there's nothing to eat, okay, then you eat fish from the ocean. But there's so much abundance. Abundance. All you have to do is follow the 4 principles. And we find it so difficult. Because we are so accustomed to do sinful activity in past life. Life before life. Eternally we've been sinful. Why it is so hard to practice Krishna consciousness? Because we've been sinful for life after life in the material world. Brahmanda brahmita kono bhagavan jeev Guru Krishna prasade paya bhakti lata bij. We've been traveling from universe to universe for millions of lifetimes. Kono bhagavan jeev. But those who are fortunate, bhagavan, that conditioned soul, bhagavan jeev, he has got the mercy of Guru. Guru Krishna prasade paya bhakti lata bij. Got the creeper of the devotion, the seed of devotion. Well, once you have the seed, you have to fructify. It will not just sit. Just like we take initiation. That doesn't end. You have to practice after that. Not that I'm initiated now, I can just hang around and do whatever I like. Fructification. In order to get the result, the fruits, you have to water the plant. Then it turns into a tree. Then there's fruit. It takes ages. Bhakti lata bij. The creeper of devotion comes from your practices. It is sitting there, but it has to fructify. That fructification means you need to water regularly. Every day hearing Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, if you're not in the temple, online, whatever. Chant 16 rounds of japa, associating with a devotee, taking prasadam offered to Krishna. This is a very easy thing to do, but still we find difficult. And we have Prabhupada's mercy, we have such facility in the form of ISKCON. Beautiful temples. Why Radha Krishna deity is so beautiful here in temple? Because we can come and take shelter of them. We can look at them, pray to them. I was just reading. Prabhupada said that deity worship is for us so we can develop a relationship with the deity. We can be so close to them. We can dress them, feed them. Not that he needs that, but he's allowing us to serve him. So this is what I mean. There's this alternative. It's not that everything is difficult. Like I said, if there's nothing to eat, then you eat fish because there's a river nearby. There's no fruit, no rice, no vegetable, no dal. Everything is here, full of abundance. We simply have to offer it to Krishna. There's no required for us to eat meat or intoxication. We can drink the holy name, get drunk on the holy name, chant Hare Krishna. And that's not enough. As Srila Prabhupada started this Hare Krishna movement simply by chanting Hare Krishna. We don't believe it. Even if we didn't have temple, we can still have a kirtan in the street, Harinam, Sankirtan. People talking, we need to have this, we need to have that. First, apane achar, then prachar. First you become purified yourself. First, you become Krishna conscious by your own example. Then teach others. Temples in your own heart. Radha Krishna is in your heart. Hridaya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he jumped in the heart of Hridaya Chaitanya. His heart became the residence of Lord Krishna. That's our first temple, our heart. So if our heart is pure, Lord is sitting there. It's a mandir. Devotee's body is temple because the Lord is sitting there. That's why we decorate our body with tilak, Krishna's name. Who in the world put tilak all over the body? Because we decorate because Krishna is in the heart. Simply have to. So this Kali Yuga is full of fault. If we want to look for the fault, there's plenty of it. It's all full of fault. If we want to look. When you go to a river, sometimes this river, they carry a lot of junks on top. It's flowing river. There's flood somewhere or so much. But then underneath there's clean water. If you just push it aside. Look in your own heart. Is it pure? But we are prepared to look fault in others. Because we have been sinful from lifetime. Pramanda Brahmanta Bhagavan Jeev. We are traveling from animal life to different species of life. Birds, insects, fish, trees. Finally we are human beings and we find so much time to find faults. We don't have much time. Be engaged in devotional service. Observe in the process of Harinam, Sankirtan. Observe in chanting Hare Krishna. Take it seriously. Cook for Krishna nicely at home or the temple. Come and associate. We're telling this to others, but we have to do it ourselves. How many of us are actually sitting here in this Bhagavatam class this morning? I came from home because I want to be here leading Guru Puja. I took an Uber from Roxburgh Park. It's $60. And I give this class, and then you don't come to my class because you're waiting for gurus to give class. So you can come because your guru gives. Everyone should be here for this class. I'm very serious about this. And I go out there, everyone's sitting and taking prasadam. Not even, it's supposed to be, prasadam is supposed to be 9 o'clock. You not come to Bhagavatam class, and then you're gobbling your food, you're filling up your stomach and taking all this food for your family. The temple is not for you to come so you can fill up your belly. It's here to come for the program. Srila Prabhupada made this temple so we can have program for our own purification. It is not just for eating and sleeping. Eating and sleeping is for, then you go to find a hotel. Prabhupada said, temples are not for a free hotel. If you want me to give class, you better turn off for the class. I'm from Prabhupada's time. People would be waiting here for the speaker. It's already. Then I have to sit here and then no one's here. So what Ramachandra appeared, Lord Ramachandra appeared in other yuga. Lord Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago. Well, they don't have something better to do in the spiritual world. They come here to purify us. They come here to bring us back to Godhead. Lord Krishna, God, He takes so much trouble to come here. Demons attack Him in Vrindavan. They attack the gopis. They come to kill Krishna. He did all this just so He can bring us back. That's so merciful. The Lord's so merciful. And Srila Prabhupada risking his own life. Prabhupada had a heart attack at the age of 70 when we are just going for a holiday, retired. Prabhupada starting to work so hard, he went to America on a ship, Jaladuta on a ship. not first class traveling in an airplane. And they stole his things. He's chanting Hare Krishna in the park, no friend, no one to be there, but Krishna was with him. Just for us. And we have this beautiful temple because of Prabhupada. He worked so hard. Krishna worked so hard. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu worked so hard. Advaita-acharya, he prayed for Lord Chaitanya to appear. So sincerely, on the bank of the Ganga, worshipping the Saligram, please, Krishna, come. The world is so sinful. That's 500 years ago. More sinful now. He could have said, Advaita-acharya is none other than Mahavishnu. He doesn't need to come down here. And Krishna, in the spiritual world, they got everything going there. But they come just for us. And we just sit here and complain. And look for when the next meal going to be. And then we initiate it. Initiation doesn't mean it stops. That's where it starts, your Krishna consciousness. It doesn't mean that's where it ends. Initiation means you have to surrender from that time more than before. Not that you pass your exam, you get initiated, and that's it. You go about your own life now. I'm initiated, I'm very pure. That's where it actually starts, your service. So we are talking about here, Kale dosa nide rajan. O king, this Kali Yuga we are living, it's full of fault. But there's one great quality, Mahan Guna. That is Kirtana Deva Krishnasta Mukta Shanga Parambrajet. You can purify yourself, Mukta Shanga, by associating, chanting the holy name. How much are we actually doing that? We finish our rounds, Bas ho gaya. Khatam, I finished my rounds, it's my time now. It's my time. Prabhupada didn't work so hard, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't work so hard just so we can go around having a good sleep here. So we can have a good facility for ourselves. When I first joined, there was not much even to eat. I can still remember, we had to, the khichdi breakfast, we were pulling the bugs out of it because it was meant for the food for life. The American government was giving. It was so austere. But nobody complained because we took shelter of holy name. We observe in the holy name. Power of the holy name is where it's all about. If we don't take shelter of the holy name, if we don't chant Hare Krishna, if we don't associate with the devotees, then we're going to look for something else. That's normal. We're going to idle minds, the devil's workshop. The mind's going to always find something to dwell on. To engage the mind in serving Krishna. Not that when the guru comes and you come for the temple and you advertise, Guru is coming, come to my class. Everyone should be here. Everyone in this temple who is living here should be here in the class. Listen to this class. Oh yeah, I'm listening online. Oh yeah, well, I'm sleeping in my bed. This is what happened to Los Angeles. And the first time I went to Los Angeles, a huge temple room. And just only 3 people there, me, Indudin Maharaj Prahlad. We are visitors. I said, where is everybody? They said they're all watching Mangalarati from their sleeping bag, just across the road, Vatsaka Avenue. All the devotees live on the same street. And so there was on a Sunday feast, the temple's packed. When the time's food, everybody's turned up. Our temple's not for that, just so we can feed your belly. You know, I do this 640 offering. It's very fancy offering. It's not just for us. This is for Lord Krishna. And that's offered nicely, and then that prasadam goes to the guest. It's not just for us. prasadam distribution for guests. After 50 years, we still sit down and have all this fancy food. All my God brothers, Prabhupada disciples, they can't even eat anymore because their body is finished. They can't eat any more heavy food. But in the beginning, when they're 20 and 18, under 20, they can eat. But then after some time, you have to observe in the holy name. That's what Prabhupada says here. Give up meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex. Not that you are sannyasi for 50 years and then you run after Mataji after so many years. We're not hiding, we're telling the truth. The truth is Bhagavatam is exploring it. The truth is we don't take shelter of the holy name enough. We are running after sense enjoyment. When you have to sense enjoyment, Maya gonna japatya dhare, the Maya will grab you. These temples are holy places. It's holy tirtha. When you come in here, you have to have that mentality of observing in Krishna, Krishna consciousness. Krishna is here. When you go to a devotee's house, it's non-different from a temple because you feel holy tirtha is there. Because they are offering food to Krishna. They're doing kirtan, they're chanting Hare Krishna. Spiritual place. You have to transform your home into the spiritual atmosphere by introducing Krishna consciousness. That's the difference from a karmi's home, non-devotees. So this is what he says here. Even Kali Yuga, it can transform into Satya Yuga, Prabhupada said. Right here, you can read about it. If we want. Oh yeah, so many thousands of years ago. That time was different. Prabhupada says, you can make Kali Yuga Satya Yuga. He himself said. Sometimes we say this, oh, that's a different time. Now it's a different time. Now we have to adjust. Okay, adjust there. But at the same time, the principles of Krishna consciousness doesn't change. That's absolute. Every day you eat and sleep and do all the thing. It didn't change. Why don't you adjust that? Isn't it? Why don't you adjust your sleeping time? Prabhupada said every day you need to finish your rounds. If you don't find time, give up eating. Eating time you chant. That's how serious it is to chant Hare Krishna. After a while you can't eat much. It's actually a blessing. If you can't eat much, then chant Hare Krishna. You have more time to chant. Fantastic. Then we don't have to go to the toilet, waste our time. I'm cooking, I have to run to the toilet. I feel so annoyed. I take a shower and that's because we ate too much. The yogis, they don't go to the toilet much because they hardly eat. They can sit and meditate all day because they never eat. Because the amount you eat, it has to come out in some form. So we don't take Krishna consciousness seriously enough. We have this program, that program. Prabhupada's already given us the program, basic program. That program is sadhana, chanting Hare Krishna. I'll say, very simple. We don't need to introduce anything. He's already given us package, perfect package. Follow 4 principles, come to the program, chant Hare Krishna. Also say, simple, distribute books, Harinam, what else? He built this Hare Krishna movement in these 4 principles. There was nothing to do extra. We simply have to have the faith. But Kalaya Dosa is full of fault. Because you're looking for fault, then you're going to only see that bad side, negativity. We have to push aside that. See the good side of everything. See the positiveness. We're meant to be positive in the bright, in the light of Krishna consciousness. It says when the parrot eats a mango on a tree, they said that mango is very sweet. It says in the Bhagavatam, you know that verse. Sukha mukha amrita davri samhitam. Sukha is parrot. When a parrot eats a mango, that's ripened mango on a tree, that mango enhances the sweetness because the parrot ate it. So eat the other side of the mango, that parrot didn't touch it. I don't know how it works, but somehow or another, that mango is sweetened. So similarly, if this Krishna consciousness given to us by Prabhupada, pure devotee, introduced by pure devotee of Prabhupada, it has much more blessing and sweetness to it. Milk, by touched by a serpent, it's like a poison, even though it's all good. Milk, Prabhupada said, if you drink milk, it's all nutritious. But the same milk, if it had all the goodness, but if you drink the same milk, if it's touched by a serpent, you'll die. It has a poisonous effect. Similarly, we have to, what it looks like Krishna consciousness, it's not. Because there's been offensive in there. So if you chant Hare Krishna, sincerely pray to Krishna, make me Krishna conscious, purify my heart, in the humble attitude, Tinarapi Sunechana, humble mood, then the process is much more effective, even though it's already pure. But you can go on 50 years, however long it takes, simply looking for fault. We're never going to advance. You have to see the good side of everything. Light of Krishna consciousness. Just like in this temple room, you have this light on. You turn the light off, it's going to be dark. So Krishna consciousness means we have to stay in the bright light of Krishna consciousness, the holy name, associated sadhus. Purity is the force. We should stay in the dark and say, I can't see Krishna. Obviously, because you stand in the dark. Come out of the dark and go in the light. You see yourself and you see Krishna, isn't it? If you're sleeping after 12 o'clock and you think, wow, it's like at 12 o'clock midnight, it's already half a day gone because the curtains close, it's all dark. You have to come out and see. Oh, there's people out there working, it's already, the day started. So you have to similarly come out. But when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, we have to have that humble attitude. Why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasize that? Because chanting Hare Krishna has to be done in that attitude. Calling for Krishna with love and affection. It's not that we simply practicing it just for the sake of practicing it, or just doing it, just for the sake of doing it. But you have to know, why am I doing it? Am I having love for Krishna? Or I'm just coming here just because, I'm going to get some breakfast afterward. Oh, because that's what I thought when I first joined Hare Krishna temple, because I thought they have good food there. And when I found out, it was so simple. I said, I want to go back home. We have better food at home. That's not what it's meant for. ISKCON is meant so we can be purified. These temples is a place where we come together to glorify Krishna, as a Krishna in the center, associate to Krishna, with Krishna's devotees. That requires humility. If we're going around looking for fault, we're never going to see Krishna there. We're only going to see the negativity, even in the goodness. If I give you gold, you have to know what is gold. In order to identify diamond or gold, you have to know. Sometimes it looks like gold, if you don't know what it is. Diamond, sometimes it doesn't have the lightness. It doesn't shine. It is glass. But those who know what is diamond, they know. So if we come here, you have to know what it is. Talk to the Vaishnava. They will explain it, Krishna consciousness. Hey, everybody just sit down. You're just moving around, you're disturbing. So, This is what Prabhupada said in this purport. Very clear. Why don't we understand? If people take to this Sankirtan movement of chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, they will certainly be freed from the contamination of Kali Yuga. And the people of this age will be happy. As people were in Satya Yuga, the golden age, anyone, anywhere can easily take to this Hare Krishna movement. One need only chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, observe the rules and regulations, and stay free from contamination of sinful life. There you go. It's not just a talk. You have to be free from contamination. You have to follow the four principles. No, I have already done that. I'm following, and I have already initiated. There's more work to do than just initiation. Initiation is just a formula. You sign the contract. But it's more than that. You have to follow. But if you want to, that's what I said, if you want to really advance in spiritual life, you have to go deeper. You have to go deeper. It's not a surface. It's just floating around on the surface. You have to go deeper in Krishna consciousness. Chant with Hare Krishna with feelings of love, of affection for Krishna. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tears in our eyes. Chant Hare Krishna with tears in your eyes. Hair standing on end. And if we don't have those symptoms, then there's something wrong with us. But at least we're not making a show of it. But at least we need to chant Hare Krishna. Hey, shh, no talking in this class. You have to listen or else go out. So, we are not living in Kali Yuga even though we are in Kali Yuga. Just like American embassy in Melbourne, they have an embassy, or Indian embassy. Once you're in an embassy, you're actually in India, or consulate. So Prabhupada said, these temples are like the embassies of the spiritual world. Once you're in this temple, you're in Vaikuntha. You are not in, so you think, I will go back to Godhead. First, you have to qualify. By being here, Prabhupada given us this temple, by being here, you are in the temple, you are Krishna's place. But you will not see those things because your motivation is something else. You are not actually gripping onto the holy name, like it is mentioned here. How many of you are actually going on Harinam? We have Harinam twice a week. You're prepared to say so many things. Or prepared to, open many temples if you want. How many of you actually go on Harinam? We have Harinam twice a week. And I hope people who are online listening. You talk so many things about open this, open that. Look in your own heart. Are you actually sincere in Krishna consciousness? Are you following the four principles strictly? Are you offering food to Krishna sincerely? Look in your own heart. We spend our time criticizing devotees. That's what they do. We spend our time just eating all day. Cart full of food. When you die, there's trucks full of food you ate. Another truck full of food you're criticizing, Vaishnava. So, Satya Yuga is right now. If we want to transform Kali Yuga into Satya Yuga, that's up to us. Golden age. This is golden age. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he embraced Jagai Madhai, even Lord Chaitanya turned black for a second because he observed their sin. They were so sinful. That's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. We are so fortunate to have this process. If we could get crushed with each other in the temple, in chanting the holy name, in love for Krishna, that's okay. You trample on me because the temple is small. I don't mind because it's all in the name of Krishna. You have Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra. Just 5 years ago, I went to Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra. I never actually went to Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra ever before, but one devotee offered me a ticket just for 5 days. And we had a group of us, we went to Jagannath Puri, and everybody was sitting on the rooftop. They reserved the area to sit on the rooftop and to pay money so they can watch the cart go by on the street. And I came all the way. I said, I'm not going to stop sit on the rooftop to watch. I'm going to pull the cart. There's millions of people pulling the cart. You can literally die. I said to myself, I don't care. I'll die here. I'm going on back to Godhead. People will trample on me. So I'm not going to sit on the rooftop to watch. So I actually pulled the cart. Everything that people talked about and happened to me. I fell, people on top of me. But I was having a good time. Really enjoyed it. Lord Jagannath pulling the cart, people all over me. I was enjoying it. I love it. It was raining, muddy. I loved it because it's all for the pleasure of Jagannath. We take risk, we take hardship to please the Lord. It's not for our enjoyment. If this temple is packed, everyone crushing each other to see Radha Ballabha, that's fantastic. It has never happened. Everybody comes here, you have your space, you have your little wall there, and you think, oh, that's my area, I love it. People serving you, we're looking for facility. How much are we actually coming to see Radha Ballabha, to serve you, to serve him? You understand what I'm saying? This temple is not for you to have a comfort life. Radha Ballabha is God. If you have any issue that Radha Ballabha is God, then you will not go back to Godhead, because in the spiritual world, Krishna is the God. You have issue with that, you're going to come down here again. Because Krishna is the supreme, he's the boss. But we have to have respect for each other. We have to love for each other. Even these little girls here, small kids, we don't know who they are, Vaishnavis. There may be demigod coming down here at Fast Life, don't get proud. We have to have respect for all the Vaishnavas and devotees, Madhajis, man, even those pigeons. I think to myself, these pigeons are better. They're all day, they get up, they eat prasadam all day. I was observing them, and it was the sun, when the sun set, they were all gone, because nighttime they go to sleep. We don't go to sleep till midnight. We're looking, chatting, watching cricket. In the temple we're chanting Hare Krishna. How much are we actually serious? That's what I mean. Those pigeons are better. All they do is take prasadam. You go home, eat cornflake, bread from coals. They're only taking prasadam. Don't tell me I don't know what devotees do. I've been devotee 50 years. I know everybody what they do. And then you go home, oh, this temple president, or this temple, We criticize more than chanting Hare Krishna. Why did your Guru Maharaj give you a bead bag? To chant Hare Krishna, not to criticize. Chant japa on the bead bag, criticizing devotees. This is what we are making Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga starts with your own self, with your own heart. You could be living in Satya Yuga, but if your heart is black, dirty, you're going to be in Kali Yuga, even in Satya Yuga. So these things you have to see. Lord Ramachandra appeared as another Yuga. Even at that time, there was demons. He came to kill Ravana. Demons doesn't mean they have big teeth and horn coming out. You can be wearing suit and tie. Prabhupada used to say, these people are polished animals. Looking very nice, respectful. Not respectful. But there's demons in the guise of dressed nicely when they talk. So we have to develop the spiritual character. We have to be humble to each other, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. It's not just a talk. We have to work hard at it. Do what's required. A devotee tells you, you are a rascal, accept it. And be humble. If the devotees didn't tell us, correct us, we'll never learn. We have to learn to accept it. Said, oh, this Prabhu tell me I'm never going to come to temple anymore. That's not the attitude. So this Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is very wonderful because it explores us. It exposes us to purify us. Tells the truth. Satyam param dhimahi. The first verse of the Bhagavatam. First Satyam param dhimahi is Satya. It is the truth. The absolute truth. The absolute truth is Bhagavan. Satyam param dhimahi. The param, the Supreme Lord. And you want to know Supreme Lord dhimahi, first we have to be humble. To associate with God, you have to be extremely humble. Because God, He is going to have so many servants. If you're not going to get service. You're going to be just at the back of the line. You're going to, nah, I'm going back to material world. That's why everyone's here fighting. Like Prabhupada used to say, cat and dog. Not only out there, inside too. You're better than me, I'm better than you. I'm longer time devotee. This is all nonsense, Maya. We have to respect everyone. Only then you can associate devotees, when you have that attitude, the humble attitude. Why the sadhu sangha is recommended? Because we are being humbled. Only in the association of devotees, we are being checked. Otherwise, we can go also with non-devotee. They can't train you about Krishna. Work, you finish, done, bang, go. And they get your salary. There's nothing spiritual. Because association of devotees, we are being checked. Association of devotees, we are being exposed to what we are supposed to do in spiritual life. Our character. Refine our character. The spiritual character. Divine character. You want those qualities, you have to associate. Association doesn't mean everyone just look at each other. We're going to be told, oh, you're not right, you're not chanting nicely, you're doing this. We're going to expose. And not just you come here, everyone has to pat you, oh, you're so nice. No, they're going to tell us what to do. So this is what it means. Following the 4 regulatory principles very strictly. Following Lord, if you want to develop Lord Mercy or Lord Ramachandra, there's no shortcut. The shortcut is the shortest cut we got in Kali Yuga. Kalaya dosha anidara. Ekan hastin mahan guna. The great quality. Ekan hastin mahan guna. That's kirtana devesh Krishnasya. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna, you've achieved all the benefit that you've done. Takes millions of years. You can just get that in one Harinam by one chanting in Kali Yuga. It is said the demigods are lining up to take their birth in Navadip, in Mayapur, in ISKCON. But if we are bickering with each other, demigods are not going to come. We have to make our place palatable, loving. This is the spiritual atmosphere, loving. When you come here, you feel, wow, I want to be here. This is the place I want to be. If I go to a friend's house, I find the place is filthy, dirty, husband, wife bickering, I'm not going to go there. Similarly, when you come to temple, it's a very spiritual place. It's so soothing, it's so loving. This is not Kali Yuga. This is spiritual world here. Like I said before, embassy of America in Melbourne, literally you weren't even there, you were in America. So when you're here, you're actually in the spiritual world. You're not, Prabhupada said, our ISKCON temples are the embassies of the spiritual world. But we're going to when we are here, we have to create that spiritual atmosphere for the guest, for others. That we have to be pure ourselves. We have to be Krishna conscious ourselves. Then this place has become very soothing. Okay. Any questions? Yes.
You mentioned how we should look deeper into our spiritual life. So I wanted to ask, how can we develop a taste for our spiritual life when the material things around us do look attractive, even though we know like these things will degrade us more and more?
Yeah, because, like I said, we have been traveling in different bodies, in various lifetimes, for millions of lifetimes. So it takes a lot of time for us to immediately accept Krishna consciousness and become purified. It will take even more time. So, and just like when you go to school, it takes over and over so you can learn the subject. It's not just you can just do overnight and love for Krishna. It takes time. But it's not just a talk. We have to actually do it and practice it. And there's subtleness to it. The subtleness is we have to avoid Vaishnava aparadha. Offenseless chanting. Just like if you're watering a plant, you have to be very regular. You can kill it by not, so it's a regular thing, very constantly. Every day at a particular time, water the plant. And there's bugs, they eat the leaf, make sure that you spray it with natural things so they don't finish off the leaf. There's so many things, you have to work at it. So similarly, when we have to follow, like Prabhupada said, follow the 4 principles, regulated principles, strictly. And not only that, it's not like just some paperwork. It's more than that. You have to have devotion. We're talking about a spiritual life. It's to do with the release activity. It's your heart, condition of your heart, how much you love for Krishna. It's not that you get a job done, but okay, that's it. But you have to actually doing it for the pleasure of Krishna. I'm chanting Hare Krishna. It's tough because to wake up, and it's tough to chant my rounds. It's tough to get up. But you're doing it, I love you, Krishna, I want to do for your pleasure. So you have to see what's the underlying behind why you're doing it. If you're simply doing it because you're doing it, then you will not go deeper, and then it's going to become tough. So if it's on the surface, we are being exposed. But if you understand this is to please Krishna, go deeper, then it becomes easier. You can overcome that barrier of your mind platform. It's not just a talk. It's very tough, actually, even though it's easy. But we're not practicing it sincerely. Prabhupada introduced these programs, but gradually, you die off. People take initiation, people come in the beginning, they're very enthusiastic. Gradually, they dwindle away. That's my guess. We have to be alert. We have to be vigilant. Are we actually sincerely doing it? If we are not, we're just on the surface. We can go on every day for a lifetime. You can come back again and keep chanting. Our idea is to go back to Godhead. Process is going to be always there. Wherever you are. So it's not easy. Because our lifetime, sometimes you dream that you dreamt something before, that in the dream you did something from before long, long ago. So dreams come back in this life. So they're daydreaming. You're walking into dreaming. There are different stages of dreaming. So it's not just a talk. I cook every day. It's not easy. Every day I'm thinking, I don't want to cook. But I'm there, 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock. I'm there till 3 o'clock every day. It's very tough. Cook and finish cook. Every time you go, I'm there. But because you're doing it's to please Krishna. I'm thinking, I'm doing for Krishna. Everywhere, everyone have to work, here or there, wherever. But if you do it sincerely, that there is a result at the end, you feel good about it. So you have to go deeper what we're doing, then it becomes pleasurable. But if you're simply doing it, it's going to become hard after a while. Yeah? Anybody else? Hey, Hare Krishna. How are you? Haven't seen you for a while. You're in Canberra? Anybody else? Would you like to say something? So I'm just going to read again a little bit that shloka. Lord Ramachandra became king during Treta Yuga. But because of his good government, the age was like Satya Yuga. Everyone was religious and completely happy. That's the translation. It's a really good verse. And read a little bit of the purport, some part of it. If people take to this Sankirtan movement of chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, they will certainly be freed from the contamination of Kali Yuga, and people of this age will be happy, as people were in Satya Yuga, the golden age. Anyone, anywhere can easily take to this Hare Krishna movement. One need only chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, observe the rules and regulations, and stay free from the contamination of sinful life. What does that mean, sinful? Even if one is sinful and cannot give up sinful life immediately, if he chants the Hare Krishna mantra with devotion and faith, he will certainly be free from all sinful activities, and his life will be successful. It just takes a little bit of sincerity. Just a little bit of sincerity. Prabhupada was giving a lecture, and he's talking about, so Prabhupada was talking about 100% surrender. 100% surrender is really tough. Is what the 6 Goswamis are doing. Raghunath Das Goswami, he was living in Vrindavan in the side of at the Govardhan Hill and Radhakund. Every day he was chanting lakhs and lakhs, hundreds of japa and the beads. 3 lakhs of japa. That's going to take all day and night. And he was not eating 1 drop of food every day. That's 100% surrender. And Prabhupada is saying he was emphasizing 100% surrender, and all the devotees were completely shocked. So that we're not on that platform. Then Prabhupada said, "Okay, I understand." Okay, so then he reduced it to 80%. And even then, everybody had their head down, and they all said, "Oh, that's too much." Then it got 70%, 75%. Everyone was happy. So Prabhupada, he adjusted for us. He knew it's difficult for us. He made it easy. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he wanted everyone to chant 64 rounds. Then he reduced to 16 rounds. quality 16 rounds. And even then we find so difficulty. So, following Four Regulatory Principles means strictly following. No illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, and no meat eating. And now we have vegetarian meat. We have to be careful. You start eating vegetarian meat, then you start eating the real thing. It works like that. How serious we are, the percentage of our seriousness, it depends on your sincerity of Krishna consciousness, platform of Krishna consciousness. That depends on you. It's not that if we didn't eat vegetarian meat made out of soya, we're not going to survive. You know, we have one devotee, he's not even from India. He makes the best gulab jamun. But you can only eat one or two. You're going to go, wow, so sweet. Our human life is not to just eat gulab jamun. You can only eat once and that's it. Our human life is to give up the enjoyment attitude. Detachment. Spiritual life talks about detachment by becoming attached to Krishna. So if we are not attached to Krishna, we're going to be bombarded with attachments. It's not just a talk, we actually have to work at it to develop a little bit of attachment to Krishna. Detachment will come if we have the higher taste, but love for Krishna, attachment to Krishna. If you don't have attachment to Krishna, we're going to be still lingering around enjoyment. You know, grihastha, get married, then you want a house, then a car. Then we don't have time to think that actually our life is meant to go back to Godhead. You know, we forget what we actually meant for being here. What's the purpose of for? We forget. We forget why we joined the Hare Krishna movement. We forget, why am I here? Because we become attached to eating and sleeping. We forget. The realities of spiritual life is to be detached from sense enjoyment, become attached to Krishna. But we are not, if we compare it, we have very little attachment to Krishna. We are attached to enjoyment more. You scale it up, our attachment to Krishna is very little. And then we are, I'm not getting the glory, when I chant Hare Krishna, I'm not feeling the ecstasy. Because you are lingering in sense enjoyment. You're not sincere enough. You're not chanting sincerely. You're just getting the rounds done. Boom, 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 Hare Krishna ho gaya. 16 rounds. Prabhupada said, I was listening and he said I saw it, and again and again, he said, just one japa, one mantra, you'll take you back to Godhead. But we are just chanting like a machine. Just get the rounds done. We're not sincerely hearing the mantra. That's why you fall asleep. When you fall asleep, because your mind is somewhere else, so it gets you. You fall asleep because you're not paying attention to the mantra. You can check yourself. That's what happens. When you chant any mantra, you have to pay attention. Otherwise, your mind will find a gap to dwell on something else. Oh yeah, I'm living in Kali Yuga. We are not. This is Satya Yuga in the temple. It's your mind dragging you into the ignorance. If you want, you can live in Satya Yuga right now. But you're not sincere enough. So that's what it says here. We have to be free from that contamination of sinful life. That's to your question. The sinful life is what blocking us from chanting sincerely. You know, the Maya, her duty is to make sure we stay in the material world. But it says, those devotees, they pray to Krishna, please leave me alone. I want to develop love for you. Please make sure the Maya doesn't get me. So Krishna will look into that. But we're looking for Maya. The Maya gets you. Maya is Krishna's energy. Krishna's energy. You're asking Maya, please, looking for that, Maya will get you. Maya jhapatya dhare will grab you. But if you're sincere, please Krishna, I want to serve you. Sincerely, I want to serve you. Please, keep me in the light of Krishna consciousness. And He will. But because we are looking for Maya, the Maya will get you. We find time to criticize. We find time to eat and sleep. We find time to do our thing. But if you calculate how much you actually sit down, read Prabhupada's books, go on book distribution, go on Harinam, glorify a devotee, say a nice thing about devotee. Even if they don't like you, say nice. Just be nice. It's tough because our heart is rock for lifetime. We find so hard to say nice thing about others because our heart is like that. You know, when I lived in the school, if I had a fight with one boy, I don't know about, our teacher used to make sure we embrace each other and pay obeisances. It was very tough. They made us till we are happy. That was the punishment. You know, we always want to criticize because we're fault finding. If somebody else will do, that's their job. But our job is to become ourselves pure and sincere. Work at our heart, clean our heart. This is what the Bhagavatam says. Sinful life, free from contamination of sinful life. It's a big job. You know, if you burn a pot, it's going to take ages to clean. You have to have a scrubber. But now we have a chemical. You put in it, boil, it's just shiny instantly. But don't think this Hare Krishna movement is all miracle. It's going to overnight shine. You have to work at it. Otherwise, there's no talk about devotion. Labor of love, you have to work for it. You want love for Krishna, you have to work for it. It's not that you put chemical, everything is shiny. That's the easy way. Where is the question of love when everything is so easy? It is easy when you do it. It becomes easy because Krishna blesses you. You get the mercy. He washes the sinful. Karma nidahati kintusha. Bhakti bhajam. Through bhakti, your karma will be diminished. Only the demigod don't even have the power to diminish your karma and the sinful life that you've been through the past life. Only chanting Hare Krishna. Sincerely, your heart can be cleansed. Karmani nihidahati kintuja bhakti bhajam. Bhaja, worship through bhakti. Karma, your karma can be burnt up. There's no other way. But that requires hard work, sincerity, loving feelings, free from criticizing Vaishnava, free from offenses. Just like if you want the fruit tree to grow, you have to water it regularly. You can cut the root, and that's it. So when you offend the Vaishnava, all your credibility or spiritual blessings that you acquired, that's going to be burnt up just like that by offenses to a Vaishnava. Because Krishna doesn't tolerate. Just like if I criticize your wife or your friend, you won't like that. So similarly, Krishna, he is very loving. He loves his devotees. And Krishna himself said, don't think you can come to me. He said, you can come to me through worshipping my devotee. Those who call themselves devotee, they're not my devotee. Those who think they're devotee of my devotee, they are my devotee. But that starts with your own self. That comes from your own attitude and humility. You can have hundreds of temples, but then if you yourself, you're full of anarthas, what's the point? You have to purify your own self before you can talk big, big things. Just like if you want to be a teacher, you don't even know ABC. You have to have the certification to teach, a teacher's training, TLC. But we want to teach everyone. We ourselves are not teachers. We have to learn to be a Krishna conscious ourselves. Then we can teach. So many things you can talk about. So this verse is really good because Srila Prabhupada is telling us. So that was a surprise. Sometimes devotees say, oh, it's long, long time ago. Now time is different. Nothing has changed. The principles remain as it is. You're changing yourself by adjusting your life because that's your excuse. But the principles is absolute. Just like I said, you eat every day, 3 times a day. You find time. Or if you eat Indian food or you eat a burger, but you're still eating. The idea is to refine our character. Eat what's healthy. So the healthy consciousness is to develop spiritual consciousness by developing spiritual character, devotion to Krishna. We can talk about developing so many different characters if we don't have love for Krishna. We say, oh, we love this, we love the tree, we love the environment, we love the human being. Where we don't even understand what is love. Because without Krishna in the center, without loving God, without loving Krishna and His character, how are we going to love others? If you don't know the king, how are you going to know the minister? So you have to establish the philosophy. The conclusion of the philosophy is to develop love for Krishna. Any other questions? Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.